when I was watching the Republican debates and they're sitting here trying to make me cry for people in Ukraine. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Have you looked around America yet? Do you really think that this is what the people at home are going to respond to, perpetually telling them that they have to care about another nation more than their own backyards, that they should be caring more about what's happening in Ukraine, and Chris Christie trying to pitch it, and Pence trying to pitch it, and Nikki Haley, we need to be the police officers of the world when we can't even police her. We can do both. No, we obviously can't. Like, have you walked down the streets of Los Angeles? Have you walked down New York? We clearly, obviously can't do both, right? And so having, I think, that the courage to stand on something that doesn't feel establishment popular or mainstream media popular, but that you understand is what people are actually feeling. And, I'm very much a person that from the very beginning has said, F Ukraine, I stand on that. And I would have said it if I was on the debate stage. Like, I would have let them all do their little pitch and the cries and the tears, because how this gets into the
why if Ukraine is what I ask. Why?
Because Richmond north of Richmond, you know what I mean? Because Richmond north of Richmond, because people literally can't put food on the table. You've stopped people from working in America. The average person is struggling to even be able to afford gas, groceries. You have people that are dealing with an influx of crime and illegal immigration in their cities. People whose daughters and kids are being raped and killed. That woman that was horrifically killed in Arizona going on a run by an illegal immigrant. All of this is happening in our country right here. Because if you told me as a mother that I need to care more about what's happening in the neighbor's house while my kids were suffering in my house, I would look at you and tell you were crazy, obviously. Of course, I'm going to take care of my own house first. And if I have something after my house is in perfect order, right? And then you say to me, hey, they need help. That's just common sense. But if my house is in complete chaos and my kids can't eat and my kids are struggling, how dare you tell me that it's wrong to want to care for my own first? And that's exactly what the American foreign policy is amongst the elites.
But Candice, our house has never been in perfect order, as you know this, in America. So how do you grapple with the fact that when do we get involved? Like, if China,
we shouldn't.
If anything, anywhere, like non-interventionist. So China attacks Taiwan, you're good with it. What kind of foreign policy do you think we should even have? Zero whatsoever in the world?
Everything that we're doing in the world right now is we're suffering from not being able to mind our own business. This idea, post World War II regarding international liberalism, that it was now we must spread our ideas everywhere and everybody must accept them. Maybe people don't want to live like Americans want to live. Have we ever thought of that? Like, maybe people in Iraq and Iran actually are not interested in the way that we live. Maybe people in Saudi Arabia are not interested in the way that Californians live. And by the way, if you're looking at what's going on in California and LA, does it seem like maybe people should be embracing American values and principles at this moment? Like, if you could buy them and purchase them right now as another country, you probably would be wanting to go the other way. Hence Uganda and the laws that they're putting in place trying to keep this LGBTQ agenda that Americans are funding all across the world. Why are we funding that? Why are we funding saying that girls in Pakistan need to learn about transgenderism? This is the foolishness that our tax dollars are going toward. And people, that because international liberalism, these are great ideas. No, actually, these ideas kind of suck, actually.
It's arrogance.
Okay. And it's arrogance. It's not even American arrogance, because the average American doesn't think this way. The average American doesn't think that children in kindergarten need to learn 75,000 genders. We're not impressive academically. Kids are getting systematically dumber in America. We have nothing to show for all of the money that we're spending all around the world. Our country is in full decline. Yeah. So I actually want to be clear. It's not just F Ukraine. It's F everybody until we get our house in order.
So